Good morning, Platte Canyon, and welcome to PCTV Shorts, Episode 3. This week, we'll be taking an overview of what our 4-day weeks are going to look like next year.
And a closer look on how we're approaching fentanyl.
I'm Sierra Ruscio.
And I'm Colton Brown.
And enjoy the episode. We've had a few short weeks lately, but this week we have a full week. So lunch is sloppy joes with green beans on Monday,
Tomato soup with cheesy bread on Tuesday,
Swedish meatballs with mushroom gravy, and mashed potatoes on Wednesday,
chicken fried rice on Thursday.
and pizza with spinach salad on Friday.
Speaking of short weeks, this next year we only have a 4-day week.
Let's go and talk to Colton Brown for more on that.
What's up, Black Canyon? I'm Colton Brown. I know most of you are excited for our 4-day week, but we'll be having 5-minute longer periods every day, with total coming to a 45-minute longer day, starting at 7:25 as normal, and ending around 3:10, 3 o'clock. School would start on the 9th instead of the 17th, and end on the 31st instead of the 27th. I'm jealous that I'm graduating and I don't get to have 4-day weeks.
I bet people are probably going to spend these weekends playing sports or hanging out with their friends or even working more.
But some people are going to be doing drugs. Let's go talk to Sarah Ruscio about fentanyl.
We are learning more about a massive drug bust along the Arizona border this week. More than $4 million worth of fentanyl during a vehicle stop Wednesday. Now, authorities say the two women were carrying nearly 200 pounds of fentanyl. Just 2 milligrams of the drug is considered lethal.
Springs parents arrested. Their 15-month-old child was found dead last November. Police say that parents had taken fentanyl when their infant passed away.
This right here behind me is Jose Hernandez. His family tells me he had just started 8th grade, and his family believes what took him away from them was fentanyl.
Border Patrol K-9 named Aldaco stopped nearly $4 million worth of fentanyl from entering the country.
A young girl is dead after overdosing on fentanyl while at school in Colorado Springs.
Hello, I'm Sierra Ruscio, and I'm here to talk about fentanyl in Colorado. As many of you know, fentanyl has been taking the lives of drug users in the state of Colorado for about 20 years now. But what a lot of people don't know is that it was originally created in 1960 as an alternative to morphine oxygen anesthesia. Medically, fentanyl can be administered via a patch, injection, or orally. On the streets, fentanyl is put into cocaine, heroin, methamphetamines, and pressed into different prescription pills. While there are drug users who actively seek out fentanyl, most of the 1,146 adolescent deaths related to fentanyl were unexpected. 77% of opioid-related overdoses in teens are caused by fentanyl. So where is it coming from? Well, the easy answer is China and Mexico. Confiscations by the Chinese government have found an average of 1 kilogram with 90% purified fentanyl. Mexican transnational criminal organizations are finding suppliers in other areas of the world while the Chinese government attacks this problem. One of these suppliers is India. Since 1979, drug dealers have been using fentanyl to cut their supplies. 2,600 overdoses in 2011 and 2012 were counted up for fentanyl, and it's only been increasing since then. Fentanyl-related deaths in 2021 jumped a staggering 70%, and 1 in 7 high school students report misusing prescription drugs, which, if they're bought off the streets, are one of the most common ways to get laced with fentanyl. Signs of an overdose that you can look for include bluing lips, light or no breathing, limpness, weakness, and unresponsiveness.
Definitely coming through, changing constantly, and we're starting to see an uprise in it everywhere in Colorado, not just Park County.
Opioids are agonists. This means they bind to and activate specific receptors in the body, including the brain, brainstem, and spinal cord. When these receptors are activated, people experience the effects produced by opioids, such as pain relief, euphoria, calmness, relaxation, and slowed breathing. Taking too many opioids causes so many receptors to fill and activate that breathing may become dangerously slow and even stop. This is how an opioid overdose happens. Naloxone is an antagonist. This means it attaches to opioid receptors without activating them. So when naloxone is administered during an overdose, it knocks the opioids responsible out of the way and allows breathing to normalize. Naloxone can be administered through an injection or a nasal spray. It usually starts working within a few minutes and lasts from 30 to 90 minutes. While one dose of naloxone can reverse an overdose, sometimes multiple doses are needed, especially in cases involving extremely potent opioids like fentanyl, or opioids that stay in the body longer than naloxone.
We as an agency do carry Narcan because you never know who's overdosing or not. So we carry it in a patrol car or on a person.
That naloxone is opioid specific. It has no effect on an overdose caused solely by non-opioid substances like benzodiazepines or alcohol. At the same time, people shouldn't be afraid to use naloxone when the cause of an overdose is unknown.
While using drugs is never encouraged by us here at PCTV, we do encourage you to at least use test strips or have Narcan available. Now back to the studio.
Afternoon, Black Canyon. Welcome to PCSN. This week for sports, boys and girls basketball played again their first round of playoffs against KIPP this weekend. Both teams having a crushing victory. The boys basketball played Pinnacle on Friday in their second round of the playoffs. And on Thursday, the girls played Jefferson at 7 o'clock at the Arvada Gym. All of our basketball games will be held at the Arvada Gym, so wish our Huskies good luck. For rugby, they had a scrimmage last week. This weekend, the Lumberjackies and Misfits have a match.
Yes, sir. Blackwell was in the building. That's where it all started. Black roots rock on. Started in my basement with a drum machine trying to get on the scene.
If you guys are interested, please go talk to Mr. Miller, boys and girls, in room 114. This past weekend, 3 of our Huskies and 1 homeschooled student went to state this weekend. The weight classes are 120s, 150s, 157s, and 215s. All of our boys made it to the top 16 in the state, so it was very impressive. With the hundreds of wrestlers there, it was awfully hectic trying to warm up and figure out where you were wrestling, but it was a lot of fun. Make sure to congratulate your Huskies on their amazing performance this past weekend. In our 157 weight class, Colton Brown wrestled and lost his first 2 matches, almost pinning both of his kids in the first periods, but not being strong enough. Our 215 weight class hurt his hand on first day of wrestling. Unfortunately, he could not continue wrestling on the second day. For our 120s weight class, Andrew Hannigan sadly hurt himself just before state, so he could not wrestle in that tournament. However, our 150 pounder, Dean McMahon, wrestled this weekend and had 2 close matches. However, he did lose both, but it's still very impressive that he made it to state.
Seniors, don't forget to send Emma Thorne pictures of you from childhood up to now for a video that Student Council will be presenting on grad night. Now for our moment of Zen.
I wish I was smart enough to go to college so I could use that, what's that called? So I could apply for that scholarship. What's up, guys?
Occurred in 2021. You rolled your eyes at me.
I did not.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't. What are you talking about? Ready? 3, 2, 1. Let's get the show on the road. Meow. What do we do first? Copy. Alrighty.
Are you kidding me?